Welcome, travelers, young and old, from near and far. Join me as we continue the tale of Finwë Indarys and his new life here in Morrowind. When we last left our friend Finwë, he had just emerged from battles with various dark and nefarious entities, not all of which were the undead. With a mounting sense of reverence for the ancestors, though not enough to make him turn aside from what he considers due payment, Finwë purged the necromantic experiments investing a tomb and retrieved a ritual skull that Caius has indirectly demanded he acquire. On his way back to Balmora, Finwë then stopped along the Bitter Coast village of La Oad in order to take care of a delayed shipment of illegal dwarven items to a client of Sugarlips. After learning of the presence of the Kimona Tong agents in the village, Finwë expected this operation to be anything but simple. Fortunately, it appears that the Kimona Tong has less of a sense of honor than the Thieves' Guild, and did not intervene when Finwë slew the agent withholding the items. And so now we find Finwë, exploring what he knows must be a Kimona Tong outpost, and wondering just how many more of these Mer would have to meet the end of his spear before his time in this village was finally concluded. And with that, everyone, welcome back to another chapter in the tale of Finwë Indarys with me, Dr. Morrowind. So, we're going to go ahead and approach this as though, you know, if those two up there weren't too upset about me killing the Khajiit, maybe these guys are fine.
I'm sure there's someone else you can bother.
I'm sure there is, but you're right by the door, so I feel like I should bother you first, Ms. Marius. Get out of La Oad. I don't know you, and I don't like you bothering me or my friends. Well, what if I glamored you a little bit? Then would you like me? Fail casting. What about now? All right, I can probably help if this is something about here in La Oad. Yeah, tell me. This is where we, the Kimona Tong, have our primary quarters. We have stumbled into one of the main operating bases of the Kimona Tong here in Vvardenfell. This makes sense because it's just a little tiny backwater. And look what happened to them whenever they had an operation in Balmora. We took care of them that were out in the open. So this is where their primary quarters are. You stand on our land, Swit, and unless you leave soon, you won't have that chance anymore. Well, tell me about the Kimona Tong. We're Dunmer and we're proud. We're tired of seeing Morrowind run by outsiders who understand nothing. What do you think about citizens of the Empire? Sure, we're citizens. We don't have much choice about it, do we? What do you know about Dwemer artifacts? Some words should only be shared by friends. Alright, that's fair enough. You're not really a friend. You just didn't hate everything about me. Well, she didn't oppose me going down here. I guess she supposes that if I manage to get down here, you know, everything must be fine up there. Who are you, my good sir? So, hopefully, you know, the introduction indicated how many of them are going to have to taste the end of Finwë's spear. The desired answer to that question is, of course, 0. There are far more of them in here than I really want to deal with at present. Remember what happened when we tried to fight the 3 up there, and then we had 5 against us whenever we fought the ones in Balmora? Yeah, we just want to see what's going on. We're going to scout the place out and report it to the Thieves' Guild and maybe the Fighters' Guild. You know, employ them to get the heavies to take out the heavies, as it is. Oh, my apologies there if you could hear that. Greetings, Finwë Indarys. I'm afraid you will find some of my Dunmer companions less than friendly towards Outlanders. I will do what I can to help you. Yes, if you're just listening, the person I just spoke to is Faeryn Uliak, and he looks like a Cyrodiilic background. He's born here in Vvardenfell, he knows that much. There's a black hole in my memory, though. House Telvanni was where I felt I was destined to make my fortune. But I remember entering the council house in Sadrith Mora and waking up on Solstheim covered in burn marks. I'm almost certain the mouth had just been on the wrong end of a rough day and decided to blast me with every spell they all could. I consider myself lucky to be alive, and I haven't been back to Telvanni territory since. This is the less generic NPC mod at work. But honestly, at this point, sir, I just kind of wanted to know your racial background. It doesn't say. Anyway, will you tell me something about La Oad? I like it here. I know my customers well. I worked in Vivek City, but I never saw the same face twice. Here, I build rapport with my customers. Did you know Raleen Renee comes here every day for his drink? It's nice to have another Breton thank you. Now I have the racial topic. I must, like, you have to have, like, certain dialogue topics open up through other dialogue topics for them to come up in your list of things you can chat about, and I guess I never asked anyone about the various races. Alright, well, this guy seems kind of happy here. What can you tell me about the Kimono? They're all hiding here in Fat Legs. Nasty lot, if you ask me. Anytime they come in or out of that trapdoor, they spit at any non-Dunmer. Our village would be a lot better off without them. I see, so you're not in the Kimono, you're just part of Fat Legs' separate operation, whatever that is. So that's probably why they didn't care whenever we killed the Khajiit. Because he wasn't actually in the Kimono. Because that would be really weird for a Khajiit to be in this native Dunmer syndicate. Oh, fuck, that makes so much sense. That's why we were free to kill him without at least... Wait a minute. Weren't all of them up there not Dunmer? What the fuck is this kind of operation here? This is weird. Maybe it's because they're all criminals, they won't report me.
Scums.
Dallin Gavian, since I found you by the crates and the anvil, I'm assuming you're the smith here? Hello, do you want something or are you going to gasp all day? What can you tell me about the Kimono? Kimono is not something I would like to discuss with an outlander. While I may be civil to you during our conversations, do not mistake that for friendship. I do not like you, I do not like outlanders, and I do not like being asked about such things. You should know better. What do you think about outlanders? Go ahead, come on. Tell me, if you're going to be that easy to piss off, like, of course I'm going to push your buttons. Outlanders? An outlander is anyone born and raised outside of Morrowind. You and the Kimono doesn't like outsiders. Thanks for asking. Well, I mean, you're quite welcome, sir. Like, I'm not an asshole. I have manners. You have pretty poor manners, I'm gonna say. The non-Dunmer in this cavern have been much more polite to me than all the Kimono agents have been. But I mean, that's also reflective of their lower disposition. Like, their natural disposition is 29, and all these other guys are higher.
Find someone else to bother.
Questions?
Yes, I do, Rabina. Why are you down here next to this armored guy? Rabina the Khajiit. What is fisherman doing here? What can Khajiit do for her? What's your background? Rabina has been a slave for all her life. She never saw the world and probably never will. Rabina will wait patiently for her death and accept it. Not today, ma'am. Not today. Let's see if we can do this quietly, but we are going to get you out of here. That's going to be something I feel like that if Finway does go ahead and make any waves here in Vardenfell, this kind of shit is probably going to go on the decline as his just connections in general increase. My good sir, I say, you know, as sarcastically as I can, Relum Arananeneth. Greetings, friend. I'm interested in doing some business. Doing some business, yeah? Tell you what, I've got to deliver this slave to Vorar Heleth in Balmora as part of payment. It shouldn't be a tough job for you. Deliver this slave. Tell me the details of this. Yeah, just a little unfinished business between Vorar Heleth and me. I owe him big for a deal we made a while ago. Rabina here ought to pay for my side of the bargain and more. There's a lot of money in some of these slaves. You interested in the work? So let me get this straight. You seem to be a member of the Kimono, and you are asking me, a non-Dunmer, to go ahead and deliver you know, what you're considering your property with no oversight, except for a vague threat that you and your friends will be mad at me. I have to, you know, fuck you over on principle at this point, even if it wasn't the Kimono Tong or delivering slaves. This is just stupid. I'm gonna run away with everything and leave you here. Fuck you. Yeah, sure, I'll deliver your shit. Excellent. You'll find Hellas and Balmora in the east side of town. Just tell him Relum and Rananeth sent you. Take care with this slave, friend. She's worth more than you can imagine. Rabina here might not look like much, but it's what's on the inside that counts. Know what I mean? I don't think that if we were both to say that, there would be the same underlying meaning. Journal's been updated twice. I'm kind of curious what it says. I've agreed to do this. It seems like this slave is some sort of final payment. Alright.
What was that?
Here's the plan. We're going to go to Balmora with this slave and Rabina. We're not going to refer to you as just the slave anymore. Rabina, come with me. And just as I say that, the dialogue is like, the slave is too frightened to talk to you. Goodbye. Okay. God damn it. Half the time I think one of the extensions of Morrowind Rebirth is it fucking listens to me. Yes, no coincidence in the land of the Velothi, everybody. Remember, 36 lessons of Vivek. I think that's like sermon 2 or 3. Yes. Yes.
Oh, come on, leave me alone.
Nah, I will, but you're not going to like it whenever I come back. Yes, anyway, so we're going to take Rabina to Balmora to confront this guy, because that's going to be an inn to this rich Lalu's house, and then we're going to go ahead and take the payment and then not hand over Rabina. Come on, Rabina. Alright.
Speak quickly.
Hides his face. And,
keep walking.
And Trasteve are a, you know, what are they called? The people from Hammerfell.
What was that?
Boop. I know. I can't remember. We have an Argonian and a Redguard in here. And we killed a Khajiit. That is a really good front for the Kimono Tong. Really. If I wasn't actually told to go in there, I never would have pegged that as the Kimono Tong base. Ooh. Sorry if that made a loud noise. Oh, it is beautiful out here. It's 4 p.m. Are you willing to talk now, Rabina? No. No, she's still too scared.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
I know. We're going, ma'am.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Oh, you guys need to stop fucking being like that. All right.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Let's go ahead. We should be able to just catch a boat straight up to Balmora from here, right? Travel. No, we have to go to Sethandas first. Of course we do. All right. Rabina, will you talk now? Too frightened. Oh, it's going to be late when we get there. Fortunately, we'll appear inside the walls. Yes, take us to... What the fuck? I guess it's only outgoing, huh? I have to take the Silt Strider, eh? Getting stuck in Sethandas was not part of the plan. No, it wasn't. So, if you can't tell from the introduction, Finway is definitely more than happy, though, to wander a little farther every time.
3 blessings, friend.
Yes, 3 blessings. We need a blessing. We're almost out of magicka. Every time I come through here, I mean to go into this Imperial little spot right here and just rob them blind. But, don't have any magicka. I really don't want to deal with punching Mike in the face and then healing myself. And just, that's more like an emergency sort of thing. And we have quests to turn in. But we're probably not going to be accepting any more from the Mages Guild. If we do the Fighters Guild quest, like, that's on our way out the door of the Fighters Guild. Like, I'm feeling kind of bad because the contract's still out there, you know. I feel like we need to do that. But I don't really care about then reporting in on it, just as long as the job is done. So we don't really want to go back. So it's really only, you know, this after these quests are cleared, it's only the Thieves Guild in any way that bind us to Balmora. Travel? Yes, take me to Balmora.
Why walk when you can ride?
Why indeed, good sir, why indeed. Alright. Rabina, we're here in Balmora. We need to strategize, I think. Will you talk to me? The slave is too frightened to talk to me. God damn it. Alright, Rabina. Where am I taking this guy? He can be found on the east side of town. Alright, we gotta go to the other side of town. Oh, Rabina, Rabina, Rabina. What is the guy's name again? Vorarhelis. Vorarhelis. Doing this at night is probably
Speak,
also
traveler.
a smart idea, because this way, if things end up getting violent over this, you know, it's not in the broad day, you know, where if we have to run away, you know, with a bunch of blood on us, there'll be as many people to see, and it'll be hard to see dark blood stains in the darkness. Although, if you're actually watching the video, this is a really well-lit area, which I'm not surprised. It's the rich area. Alright, Rabina. Last chance for us to, you know, get our shit together. She won't talk to me. Alright. East side. Oh, Jesus. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, let's just look him up on the map. I'm looking for Vorarhelis. He's on the east side. Herde, Tritona, Thracilis. Drela, Nine Toes, Omarl, the Saran Outhouse? What the hell? The River's Edge. I am not seeing this guy. On the eastern side, eh? Palu Manor, Western Guard Tower, Traval Manor, Palu Council Hall, Narano Manor, Morongtong. What the fuck? He can be found on the east side of town. Now what the shit? That is not... I am sorry, ladies. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but my god, I cannot, for the life of me, seem to find this guy. There he is. Ooh, he's right next to Koyas's house. He's right next to Caius's house. Well, I don't know, Rabina, do you want to come with... I don't think you're going to want to come with me to turn things into the Thieves Guild. So,
Make it quick out there.
beneath Red Mountain, Lord Dagoth sleeps, but when he wakes, we all shall rise, and dust will blow you away. Serve your Lord Dagoth, the sixth house is risen. Great. So now the loons are, you know, interrupting me. I can't remember if that particular, you know, that particular person who's been talking about the sixth house, if he talked to me before. I'm fairly certain there's a green-robed guy around here as well that was talking about the sixth house.
Outlander, or go away.
Yes, indeed. Hello, Rabina. Too frightened still, eh? What if I took you into the Thieves Guild? Would you still be afraid then? Maybe? Let's try that. Let's take her into the Thieves Guild. Maybe she'll be willing to strategize with us in here, because we've got to get our fucking ducks in a row here. Alright. Rabina? Nope. Too afraid. Alright. Come on. Let's go take care of this little sticky matter then. For our Hellas. For our Hellas. For our Hellas, unfortunately for you, the person who got tasked with doing this for you really, really does not like the idea of fucking ordering people around and restricting their freedom. Not gonna end well. His door is locked because it's nighttime and everyone is sleeping. Alright, Caius. Howdy ho. Hey, listen. This is just part of my cover story. We are going over...
something, friend?
No, not yet. We're going to be having your report by the end of, business tomorrow. I promise. End of business tomorrow, my good man. Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right. Bina. Still too scared. At least she, didn't throttle me in my sleep. Now, his house is still locked. Now, what the fuck is this?
May I help you?
Where is this Vorar? What the fuck? What is going on here, Rabina? Is his house like a 2-level thing? No.
May I help you?
No. Well, let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. Rabina, I wish I could tell you to wait down here. You are gonna just go bananas over this. So you aren't gonna be able to follow me up here. But, yeah, okay, this is locked too. But once, 30 seconds, say. I wonder. Quick save. I wonder if I can just cast this open spell. And if someone would detect me up here while I'm floating. Nope. Journal's been updated. Upon arriving at my destination in Bomora, Vorahelis immediately attacked the slave Rabina, attempting to kill her. Oh, what the shit? What the fuck is happening? Oh no, she teleported inside of me because I was floating. Fuck. Well, let's see if when I fall... Yes, okay, I didn't fully clip inside of her. What is Fisherman doing here? What can Khajiit do for her? Rabina? Yes? Alright, can I defend this person and it not count as assault? Time to find out. Rabina, this is why we were trying to strategize before we were gonna go here. Honestly, I was gonna walk in first. I don't have enough magicka. Ooh, fuck that. We definitely, after this, are going to go over to the temple. Yes, we are. We always have some emergency, like, restore some magicka. Like, emergency batteries. A battery pack for your phone. Oh my god, failed at casting. Don't have enough magicka. Don't have enough magicka. You motherfucker. Where is the guy? And it's also a good thing that we came in through the top. I keep failing to cast the spell, and I have no idea why. I've cast the spear 100 times before, I feel like. Oh my Christ. It is a conspiracy. I have a 0% chance. Why is that? For some reason, the game glitched out, I think, and gave me a 0% chance. Odd. You, Boris. You must be the one that Relem sent. Yes, this is the slave. That was his final payment to me, or rather what she's carrying. All that moon sugar he had her swallow will fetch me a good price. Thank you for your help in delivering the shipment. Here, take this. Ring of Medusa's Gaze, 400 gold, double journal update. Alright, let's see what the journal says. Vorar tells me that the payment owed to him wasn't the slave, but the drugs Rabina was carrying in her stomach. Vorar rewarded me for his effort. It's a shame about Rabina. She would have been a fine slave had she survived. She's still alive up there. You, Vorar. Your fucking face smells. You're ugly. Your feet are big. Your fucking ear, your gauge in your ear looks stupid. You're pathetic. You are pathetic. Perhaps I will end yours. Perhaps I will end yours. That's it. Goodbye. Draw, you fucking knave.
You in.
That's right. Get fucked. Should have asked him more about his background. 20 units of moon sugar. I have a feeling our very next stop before anything is going to go be revealed. Alright. Now, no, first the temple, and then we'll make our way to Revere. Rabina. Now that I killed your assailant, do I have... Alright, she's still alive, but you're still carrying all that moon sugar. Can we get that out of you? It is good that the man of Vorar Hellas is dead. He would have had Rabina killed for the drugs in my stomach. Thank you again. You are Rabina's only hope of escape. Hope of escape? Yes. With your help, Rabina can make it to Imam Kilalala at the Argonian mission in Ebonheart. Will you help me? Oh, Christ, Rabina. I'll help you, but will you stay here while I go take care of some things? I will help you. You are too kind to Rabina. Let us travel together. Travel together. Yes, okay. So. She can travel with us. Alright. Let's go. We need to get the drugs out of your stomach. God damn it. I was hoping to go ahead and have a peaceful night's sleep, but fuck. Because the whole operation was depending on me getting her here quickly, so they were probably expecting, you know, those drugs to only be in there for a small amount of time. This is a fucking ticking time bomb. Oh, Rabina, here's the real question, madame. Do we have time to stop at the temple? Holy hell, I'm really begrudging. I'm really kind of begrudging that we slept that time. But there is a set of stairs here, so at least we can go the hypotenuse of this triangle. And the shrine is just outside, so we're just gonna pop up there real fast, refill our pool of magicka, and then get her to the Argonian mission in Ebonheart, which I think is actually like kind of like a pseudo-embassy sort of deal. It's weird how there'd be embassies, because, like, there's weird native and imperial structures merged in every province. Civi Restoration. Yes, thank you, and we have all our magicka back. Let's go, Rabina. We are on a mission. My god, we run so slowly. We're running much faster, though, than we used to. So, we have not set enough slaves free yet to know more. Alright. If you can hear that, I don't think I'm actually hitting the mic, but if I am, I'm going to be listening to this. I apologize. It won't be happening, you know, once I've had a chance to review this. But, as I was saying... Right. Anti-Slavery Society. We haven't really been doing too much, like, with slaves. We set one group free, and then we're doing this. But as the only province in the Empire that allows slavery, you know, under the legal structure of the Empire and its treaties with Morrowind, you can imagine there's quite an abolition movement here. Hello, Seville Saraloth. Yes, my good man. Take me to... We're going to assume, once again, everyone, we're going to assume that Finway has, he knows some of the travel routes, obviously, because he's been looking at the maps that we have. So he knows he has to go to Vivek, and then he'll get a boat to go to, what's it called? To Ebonheart. Hey, yay! This was one of the few other areas that I had to modify, because it would spawn us up in this wall.
Nothing.
And I gotta say, so we have to make our way through this courtyard to make it down to the dock. And this is the outskirts of Vivek City. And my god, as you can imagine, Finway is just desperate. He's desperate to explore this place. He wants to know so much more about it. He wants to go and see these massive buildings the size of cities. Like, there's a town out here is basically the outcropping, but there is no time. There is no time right now. We don't know how long Rabina really has until possibly those drugs kill her. So, we're going to go ahead. And then, honestly, I feel like we're on a ticking clock with so many quests. So, we're going to go ahead and immediately head on back to Balmora once we solve this operation. We might have to spend the night in Ebonheart. We will, because it's late. But, we're catching the first bus back, first thing in the morning. All right, my good man, Andram, passage for 2, please. Are you leaving? Are you now, or have you ever been working for the Imperial Office of Census and Excise? Office of Census and Excise? Why do I ask? Oh, I just like to know my customers a little. I only carry legal cargo and shit, of course. No need for them to get involved. Indeed. Oh, thank you for being so painfully obvious. I'm definitely going to break into your shit later, my good man. But for now, please take me to Ebonheart. Sorry there. I got really confused. I'm like, did they break somehow the transport system? Whoa! Oh my god! This is so much different than SorcererDave's as well. Whoa! Fuck! And I love this look even better. Alright, obviously I'm... and there's banners. And please tell me this is just a little quarter. My god, sorry everyone. I'm just gasping because they really did make... Ebonheart is the main Imperial footprint here. And originally it was just like this tiny little place, and now they've developed it into a full town. Wow, this is impressive. Here's the problem. I have no fucking idea where to go. I have absolutely no fucking clue where the hell I'm supposed to go right now. The Imperial Estate Agency? What the fuck is this? What is any of this? Oh my god. Alright, I see an Argonian. That's gotta be them. What the fuck is all of this? Oh my fucking god. Jesus. This is some cool stuff. Sorry that that's all I've been saying for a minute. If you can just see this, if you're not actually looking, there's... holy shit, there's taverns with, like, signs that just have huge displays, and you can actually read the words, and now they've just, like, little grottos with trees, and, gates to various wings, and clearly marked armor shops, and obviously the retextured Imperial Dragon, and just... wow! Wow, 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 wow. Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. But we don't have time right now. We do not have time. Finway knows that, you can spend a minute or two gaping, looking up like a tourist. It actually kind of furthers his cover that he's just a bumbling idiot here in Vardenfell. Surely not helping an escaped slave. Argonian mission, Jiram Heldelier. Pleased to meet you, Finway and Doris, and welcome to the... That's the Khajiit voice. And welcome to the Imperial town of Ebonheart. We're always eager for news here. Have you the latest rumors, or would you like to share a little secret? Do you have a little secret? Daedra? You know what they are? Well, Daedra shrines are where Daedra cults worship Daedra. Ooh, did you know the Christians are in the church? Jesus. Rabina. So we walk into the Ebonheart mission, and Rabina immediately says, Rabina will find her way to safety. She will stay in this place and find one who will help. Very good, Rabina. And she walks up to the... Ooh, I did not mean to draw that weapon. My apologies. Walks up directly to the, Argonian who has the nicest robes and setup here.
The prey approaches.
Indeed, indeed. I am just prey. Nothing threatening. Here, my good man, Kilala. Kilala! Hey, Kilala! That's who you are now. What do you want? Rabina. It is good that you brought her here. We have heard tales of drugs being smuggled inside these poor people. There seems to be no low. The smugglers and slavers won't stoop to for profit. We will give her the help she needs. Thank you, and please take this in return. Perhaps it will help you in funding other missions of goodwill. Take care. Your journal's been updated. You got 400 gold. So we got the reward for bringing her to the Kamonatong agent. We killed the Kamonatong agent, got all that moon sugar, then brought her here, and then now we just got rewarded by the Argonian mission, who appears to be part of this anti-slavery ring, which, not a surprise. Most of the slaves are Argonians or Khajiit. Well, thank you all. I can't use teleportation while I'm here, because it'll just teleport me here to Ebonheart or back to Vivek, and if Finway gets transported back to Vivek, I'm going to try and avoid it by boat, because I think he knows he won't be able to resist just getting lost in the city, and it's not appropriate to do that. We're going to catch the last bus, if we can, to La Oed, and then we might even sail overnight to get back to Balmora and just kick things off correctly right in the morning. It'll be a little bit more circuitous. Alright, so here's the deal. Can you see those cantons over there that are, you know, the Vivek cantons? That you can just barely see because I've maxed out my view distance, and that's the problem with how big Morrowind is, and by big I mean small. If you don't use distant view, like, then you realize, oh wow, this Imperial town is like right smack up against the holy sacred city of Vivek, with its floating moon planetoid, which we'll get into it another time. My good man, sailor, jumping for joy at knowing you, my good Nabosi Halan. I got overpaid. I have a feeling we're going to be good friends. Take 10 gold. Take another 10 gold. Very well, Finway and Doris. I'll see what can be done. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We're at 2,600 gold now, by the way, so we are going to be buying some spells. Yes, we fucking are. Alright, and in the meantime, or not in the meantime, but until then, oh Christ alive, we're going to have to go ahead and just keep our head down as we're walking through the foreign quarter.
Speak, traveler.
Yeah, can you actually take me somewhere else other than here? Nope, nowhere near where I need to go. Oh, man. Oh, they're just tempting me. Look at that. Look how big that canton is. So, there are approximately as many people in one of these giant buildings here in Vivek for each one of the major cities, not those little tiny shack areas. Like in the books, that's how big those are. We're not going to spend the night here. We're not going to spend the night here. We're not going to spend the night here. We're going to get the fucking Silt Strider, and we're going back to Balmora to wrap this shit up. And then maybe we'll come back here. There are many pilgrimage places here. I don't know if we're ready to go on pilgrimages yet. We're not really established. Like, Finway's definitely, you know, someone who's loving being in this place and wants to find out more and more. His academic intrigue, obviously, is peaked. But he's also practical. He was raised in Clan Indarys. He knows how to be practical. The first thing he needs is spells and a reliable place that isn't in town where he can rest up and store things. He doesn't want to be in town and just not see the guards coming. If you have a place outside of town, my good man Andossi, you know, if the Silt Strider business ever doesn't work out for you and you need a place to hide up, if it's outside of town, you can see the guards coming, and it's just odd to see them outside of town. If you're in town, then they can just, you know, be walking by and then boom, they're at your door demanding to come in. You don't want that. Alright, we're going back to Balmora. We left the rain behind us. Beautiful sky. Can't see the moons. There they are, the moons. The two halves of the body of the dead god Lorkhan. Yes, yes. In this universe, there are 8 planets besides the one we're on. And each planet is actually one of the gods. that gave part of themselves to, create the mortal realm. And by doing so, those gods lost a lot of their energy, and they're essentially like in a semi-comatose state, honestly. And so they are the other planets. And the moons are the two halves of the dead god Lorcan. Yes, interestingly, getting into that little bit of, cosmology, Lorcan, whenever, his body was split in half, his heart was shot here, and it was supposed to have landed somewhere in the east. Alright, we are back here in the Mages Guild. We're going to rest up. We are going to go ahead and rest for, it's been a long adventure. We're going to go ahead and rest for 10 hours. That'll be, a nice 8-hour sleep, reading a little bit before going to bed, like a leisurely breakfast. 11 hours. Fuck you, Caius. We'll get out of here at 11. We'll meet up with him at noon, maybe a little bit after. Getting hungry. It's almost lunch. Ashira, before I do anything else, you have money. Will you buy moon sugar? Oh my god. Oh no, she probably won't buy soul gems. No, she won't. Will you buy Dwemer coins? No, she won't. But she will buy moon sugar. 20. I have 20 moon sugar, Ashira. Ooh. 480. Can I get 460? Yes, I can. Alright. Alright. On our way out, what spells does everyone have? Time to lean into being a mage. We have 3,000 gold. Time to get some spells. Time to... I am sorry. Time to not have to be stuck with a garbage shield spell. I'm thinking about getting the Bound Longsword. That's one way to train up Longsword. We don't have Spear high enough yet to be focusing on that, but when we do, we'll be going back for Bound Longsword. All right, my man, Marian Dren.
Sun and sky.
What spells do you have?
We greet you warmly.
Charming Touch. All right, 5 to 25 points for 10 seconds on touch. It's the point cost of why I want to buy this one, is because one that we make ourselves will cost way more magicka. Only for 141, I will buy that. You can bet. You can always use a Calm Humanoid spell. Basically, the point count is levels. And so this Calm Humanoid, 20 points for 10 seconds. Anything at level 20 or less, which is basically everything that's a humanoid, will stop attacking and follow me for 10 seconds. We want that. We want to be able to walk on water. We need to be able to breathe water. There's no reason to actually have Swift Swim. It's just going to go ahead and take up space in the inventory. Alright, let's see. First barrier, 10 points of shield. Second barrier, 20 points of shield. We're going to get the second barrier one and see how much it takes to actually cast. Shock Ward, minions. Alright, don't need any of that. You, ma'am, Sterlaladin. What spells do you have that I might need? You have a feather spell. You have bound armor, which I don't want to use because it's medium, and I want to train my light armor. You have paralysis. 5 seconds. Nah. Alright, everyone down here, we talked to you all for, what spells are available. So we have time to go ahead and talk to our good friend the Orc, who's definitely not a necromancer, Sharn Gra Musgub. Again, is this about the errand? Yes, it is. Very good. I'll just take the skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as promised, I'll answer your questions on the Nerevarine cult. Go ahead. Nerevarine cult then, ma'am. The Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero Nerevar will be reborn to honor the ancient promises to the tribes. According to the legends, the prophesied Nerevar will cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple and restore the ancient traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders and drive all the Outlanders from Morrowind. Yeah, both the Temple and the Empire have outlawed the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders, who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Caius. Alright, well, we remember to get the notes in one this time. Alright, let's take a quick peek-ski at her notes. Make sure she didn't just give us the finger. You know, a drawing of her giving us the finger. Directions to Caius. Notes, Neverbreen cult notes. The following are the notes from Sharngra Musgrub. Right. It is literally like a transcription of what we just said. There's a little extra bonus bit. Right. The Ashlanders firmly believe that Nerevar will return to restore the glories of ancient Resdayn. Morrowind was called Resdayn before the Imperial occupation. The Ashlanders say the Great Houses and the Temple have abandoned the pure teachings of the prophet Veloth, forsaking ancestor worship for the false gods of the Tribunal, and embracing the comforts of civilization that corrupted the High Elves. The Temple, on the other hand, venerates Saint Nerevar, but rejects the disgusting notion that the false incarnate will walk the earth like a ghoul. Nerevar. The Temple honors Saint Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor, and companion of Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil, who united the Dunmer houses to destroy the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. Okay, so the Temple, honors Saint Nerevar, but they don't like the idea of him being reincarnated as the Nerevarine. But the Ashlanders say Nerevar promised to honor the ancient spirits and tribal law, and to that he will come again to honor that promise. To the Ashlanders, this means destroying the false temple and driving the Imperial invaders from the land. Nerevarine prophecies. Dream, visions, and prophecies are the respected tradition in Ashlander culture. Their wise women and shamans take careful notes of dreams and visions and pass on the tribe's legacies of vision and prophecy to their successors. By contrast, the Temple and Western faiths are suspicious of mysticism, and they regard interpretation of dreams and visions as primitive superstition. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the Stranger. The verses are obscure as most prophecies, but two observations are in order. First, many less well-informed scholars assume the phrase, journeyed far neath moon and star, is just a cliché to suggest a very long journey, but the Nerevar of legend was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan under Moon and Star, upon which Nerevar is supposed to have sworn his ancient promise to honor the Ashlander traditions and land rights. Wow, there was a lot of bonus content here. Second, the reference to 7 curses must certainly refer to the Lost Prophecies verses, known to the Ashlanders as 7 curses. Alright, and then here's the transcription of the Stranger. One moment. Alright. The Stranger. When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star. Though stark-born too, sire uncertain, his aspects mark his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Lost Prophecies. The Ashlander elders complain of prophecies which have been lost to tribal memory due to the carelessness or ineptitude of earlier generations of wise women and Ashkans. Whatever the fucking Ashkan is. Suspicious scholars wonder whether these prophecies might have been deliberately forgotten or suppressed. 3 Nerevarine prophecies in particular are said to have been lost. 1. The Lost Prophecies. 2. The 7 Curses. And 3. The 7 Visions of the 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Jesus Christ. Oh, they're just as bad as the Halo people with 7s. Perhaps these lost prophecies will someday be found, either in forgotten accounts written by literate travelers, or in the memories of isolated Ashlanders, or in the secret traditions of the wise women and shamans. I'm really glad I reviewed these notes because I don't know if there's anywhere where it's that condensed. Hot diggity daffodil. All right. Thank you, Sharn. By the way, what spells do you know since you like me so much? Cure common disease. Right. We have talked. We have talked. Thank you. Okay. It's still 11 a.m. So, you know, we don't want to barge in on Caius during his lunch hour. You know, I'm sure he's busy, respectable man of the community that he is. I'm sure he has a business lunch with someone here in the fucking Mages or Fighters Guild, I'm surprised we haven't seen him, walk in there yet. No, that's right. He has minions like me go do his shit. Well, he just, I can't remember if he's a skooma or a moon sugar addict. He said something about sugar, but I think other people have called him a skooma addict. I wonder if that's a cover or not. I keep saying that, but I don't think there's ever been a definitive answer. Honestly, it's more fair to compare Sethandas to my hometown, but I've always loved Balmora because it has a river running through it. Like, a small river just like my hometown. Anyway, before we go talk to Caius, because he's in his lunch hour, we're going to go ahead and talk to Sugar Lips and tell her we have these fucking dwarven artifacts. Hello, Sugar Lips. Where are the dwemer artifacts Habisi asked you to get? Have you found them, Footpad? Yes, I found the artifacts. You have Razid's dwemer? Yeah, I do. And it was hard to get them. Habisi looks. Yes, a dwemer tube, dwemer bowl, and dwemer goblet. All here. You have done Habisi a favor, and Habisi does you a favor. Habisi gives you some tools. She gave me picks and probes. Habisi, I can't use this. Damn, that was some bad payment. I hope you have something better than that. Jobs? Raylan Lalu died recently, but left a bottle of vintage brandy. Vintage brandy, you say? The vintage brandy is in Lalu Manor. Bring this brandy to Habisi. Alright, now that is something we can do, ma'am. That is something we can do. Here's the question.
You choose to share your time with me? You
Do we do that now? Oh, do we do that now? No, Caius is about to get back from his lunch. That'll be one of the final things I feel like we do in Balmora, honestly. Because it's a quest that we can go do in Balmora and turn in Balmora. If we leave Balmora, the only reason we're coming back is because it's a transportation stop. So I think this chapter of Finwë and Doris's, new life in Morrowind is going to conclude with him talking to Caius and giving him these notes. Caius's house. Hello, Caius, me old chum. My friend, my good buddy. Yes, you are listening. Thank you. I couldn't tell you didn't turn to look at me. Are you here to discuss your orders, Finwë and Doris, or is there something else you need? Orders. And these are Sharn's notes on the Nerevarine cult? No. They're, one of those people that were raving in the street, I got them to write that shit. Whose else notes would they be? Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's Apprentice, Finwë and Doris. Is that like getting promoted, to like second chair clown in the clown orchestra? Caius, like, is this supposed to be a good thing? There better be something that comes with it, but alright. I'd like some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for me. So if you'd like it, some freelance adventuring, go ahead. Whenever you're ready, I have orders. Yeah, I think I will do some freelance adventuring. I just want to talk real fast. You have something to say on the Thieves Guild now, huh? Oh, you did. You did before. That's right. Alright, tell me what a Blade's Apprentice means, Caius. I'm promoting you to Apprentice rank, effective immediately. And here's a little present. 2 spell scrolls. The Divine Intervention will recall you to the nearest Imperial Shrine, and the Almsivi Intervention will recall you to the nearest temple. They come in handy for a quick getaway. No, Finwë and Doris, no thanks needed. You're doing great work, now get out of here and let me read. Fuck off. Fine. We're gonna go ahead and conclude this chapter out here in near the breakfast nook, where we're gonna go ahead and sit here, plot how to bring down Caius and the rest of the Blades without it coming to bite us in the ass, and maybe we'll have to go ahead and stop in for spells from that one Blades trainer before we leave. But until then, I think this is where we will leave. You know, Finwë and Doris here in the tale of his new life here in Morrowind. If you haven't had a chance to, please be sure to like and subscribe. Liking just helps other people hear the tale. There are a couple of people here. I left my papers sitting downstairs, but I will be thanking everyone who, you know, isn't one of my friends from home who subscribed, because it's awesome to know that other people are hearing this now. So liking helps those kind of folks find out about this, and subscribing will just let you know whenever the next chapter is released. Yes, but until then, safe travels, everyone.